Hello boys and girls, here we are again. It's your favourite grumpy granny from Groggy's Patch. Let's get into it. Well, boys and girls, what a bad day this is. There seems to be no sales happening on eBay. What are yours like? Because mine are crap and I'm really pissy about it. Because I've been listing like mad and doing all the right things as far as eBay goes. Lots of photos, perfect listings, filling out all the item specifics, but there's nothing happening. And the stuff I've been listing has been good quality stuff that normally would sell. So, yeah, something's going on. Do you know what a custom template is on eBay? Have you ever used a custom template? If you don't know what that is, or you have seen it on eBay but don't know how to use it, I'm going to show you how. I did the video about the listing templates. Is you can only use them if you have a store subscription. So what if you don't have a store subscription? Well, I can help you with that. I can also help you if you want to change the blurb that you use in your item descriptions. So buckle down, get your pens and pencils out, get ready to learn something and get something in that noggin. Let's get moving. So here we go, boys and girls. The first thing I'm going to show you about using a custom template is you'll often hear people saying that the fastest way to do listings is to do a sell similar, either off your own existing listings or off someone else's good listing, but you do want to make sure it's a decent listing. So I'm going to show you how to use a custom template to get your normal blurb and information into using a sell similar of someone else's listing. So let's just say, for example, that we have a copy of Ian Fleming's Octopussy pan paperback. I actually do happen to have one of those. So here we have it. I've got this copy of James Bond Octopussy by Ian Fleming. Very rare book, 1967. To make it quick and list it quick, because I know it's worth a lot of money, I want to use a sell similar of someone else's listing because I've never listed this book before and don't know anything about it. Not true, but let's pretend. The first thing we need to do is go into search and find a listing that we think would work. Now I'm just going to go to this one right here, which you can see here. It's got a really good title, James Bond Octopussy by Ian Fleming, first edition pan, 1967, and The Living Daylights. So it's nearly identical to what I want. And if we go into the actual listing, this is a sold listing, and we'll just go in there and then click on, see original, and we can see the original listing when this stops floating around. This book was sold a day or so ago for $77. And hello to Sandra, because this is your listing that I'm using. We'll go down and have a look, and we can see that she's got all the item specifics filled out, which is the main thing. And it's done really well, so we want to use this listing. But we know that if we actually do a sell similar, if you've ever tried it, when you go into it, it doesn't bring up the normal blurb that you might have if you have a listing template. So what do? Well, I'm going to show you. So let's do it. Let's go sell it yourself and bring it up. So it'll bring up all the information that were in the item specifics and the title. It won't bring up what they had in their item description, and it won't bring up their photos because that's their photos. So let's have a look. So mine's actually a second printing, so I just need to adjust that, which I will. Second print. I'll just take out the word by so I can fit that in. And we're going to go down and have a look. So we've got Ian Fleming, Octopussy. We've got all the right information and all the item specifics. So this saves me having to put any of that in. I have to put the condition in, so I'll just put it's very good. And then I'm going to go to in great condition. Please see photos and read description. Right, so we're going to go down here. And this is where you can find the custom template. And here it is right here. Now we need to get our blurb, the stuff that we normally put in our description, from somewhere. So what I'm going to do is actually go to one of my existing listings that has my blurb in it, because that'll have exactly what it is that I want to write. So here's a book. So we'll go in there and have a look, and here's my blurb. So I want all this in there. I want it to say Groggy's Patch Presents. I want it to say good to very good condition and all that sort of stuff, and the shipping information, and that I have a 30-day refund policy and all that sort of stuff. I want to put that in that other listing. What you do is you copy that So when you've got a listing of yours that you're happy with and that it's got all that information in it, then go back over here to where we're completing our listing. Click on where it says Custom Template and then go to Create Template. Now you can create, I think it's 10 of these. Give the template a name. So what we're going to do is we're going to say Book Blurb. That's what I'm going to call it. You can call it whatever you like, it won't show up. And then I'm going to go into it and I'm just going to paste into there. So now we have all that information to there, but just remember it's still got this title in here, which is from a different book. So I'm just going to take that out and put title, because I don't want to lose the formatting, and I'll delete that and I'll put synopsis in there, and then I'll just have a quick look. Good to very good with wear and discoloration is shown. Gilt block. Well, this is for a hardcover and I'm doing a paperback, so we can take that out. Illustrated dust jacket. Well, no, we don't have that, but we have a cover. You just need to set it up so it's how you want it, and it won't be clipped or unclipped, so we'll get rid of that. That. So it just says original, illustrated original cover with bright artwork, and we don't need that because that's off that other book. Minimal wear to shelf edges, photographs, that'll all be right, and all the shipping information will be right. Okay, so you just click out of there onto the white area down here, and then you can go save. That will now save that template. And so what you can do is if you do a self-similar, you just go in, get their item specifics, etc. And then you can go Custom Template, Book Blurb, Insert. And that will insert all of that into your new listing. Then you can quickly just go up, just go back to your title and do a copy. And then, oops, title, and paste and match the style. And then you can put in your synopsis, which we're going to write blah, 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 because we're not really going to list this book. Even though I have got a copy, I'm not going to list it because I already have this morning. So that's all ready to go. So now, within a couple of minutes, if you were doing that without having to copy the information over, you would have a listing within a couple of minutes. I can just put the price in, which I'm going to put $77, because yes, that's about what it's worth. And not own packaging, I'm going to put small, under 500 grams, international, and then I could just go list it, but I'll go save later. You can see how you could get that listing really, really quickly. So what else can you use that for? One of the things I actually use it for is when I decide that I want to change what I've got in my blurb, but I don't want to have to go through the 2,500 listings I've got in my store and change them all at once. So what I can do is each day I could go in and edit some of the old ones. So I'll just go back here to my active listings, and I know for a fact that this flying kangaroo hat doesn't say the right blurb exactly as I want it to say. So I'm going to go into edit and I'm going to go down to my blurb, and it doesn't actually have the current shipping blurb that I have. So what I did was I made a custom template that was for shipping down. So to fix this and have it right, all I have to do is delete that and then just go custom template, shipping down, insert, and that will insert the proper shipping information and refund policy, etc., into my listing, and then I know that's all good and correct, and I can go revise it. So I can do them as I find them, because even when I change my blurb, not every listing would need to be updated, only the ones that haven't got that particular one in it. So It's an easy way to do that. The other thing you can use that for is if you haven't got a store and you can't use the actual templates that I talked about in my previous video, the listing templates. You can actually create your own template in there, and as I said, you can have up to 10 of them and use that instead. If you're listing a whole heap of hats, you could make up one that's for your hats that says what you need it to say and insert it in. So I hope that was helpful, boys and girls. I hope your sales today are better than mine, and I'll see you on the next one.